Alright, welcome back to our channel again. Today we're going to discuss our bottoms to bottom patterns, and I just wanted to show you how this pattern was shaping up. So I just went to the bars pattern on the side here. I don't think you can see it because the square is in the way, but in the tools I took the bars pattern and ran it out, just past the low, just to give us an idea of what our patterns will look like. So let's just go back. We're going to bring this pattern back in again. And back here in February, we saw Bitcoin make $1. Let's just go have a look at that. So yeah, back in February 9th, 2011, Bitcoin reached a par value of $1 for the first time, which is a major milestone, making parity with the US dollar. Okay. So back at this point here, we are down at $1. We made a low, and we of course moved back up, and we started our campaign for our topping pattern. And of course this one ran out again, with cyclical precision. And of course the market low came in the same time, and I wanted to point that out so that you guys have a full understanding of how these cycles continue to replicate. And there again, we have our kickoff rally here, which was the same as having our kickoff into our first rally here attempt. Okay, so that's just the first one. We know that this one lines up, and that's our second market metric. Let's go have a look at our third one now. So there again, we line up our lows, and we have our first kick up here, and then the rest of the market continues to take off, and then we make a final top at the same cycle point in time. And of course the bear market rally took place, and this campaign ran out exactly the same time, and then we had a kickoff top again. Same thing has happened the last 3 times. So looking at that, we'd want to take a look at our current cycle. So lining up our bottoms 100%, we noted that this market started to get active again, had a breakout, and then rapidly moved up to our topping pattern and ended on our cycle campaign, which has been the last 4 times. And then of course we've now flipped over to a bear market, which is very unpopular. Most people are very unhappy with bear markets, but we do need to get rid of the over exuberance in the market, and we need to see a market bottom somewhere around this October, November, and December, and possibly into January. So this would represent our 12, 13, and 14 month bear market campaigns. And then of course we're going to have a kickoff rally into April, May of 2027. We're going to have something to verify that we're flipped back into a bull market, and that we should be moving somewhere up into the 2029 area. So let's go take a look at that. We're going to just bring our bottom over here, and we're going to line it up with our bottom, which we expect around October, stating that we're going to have another kick-up rally somewhere around this April and this May. And then from there, the market will start to gain, and by around somewhere in the late to early part of 29 and late part of 28, we should be pushing on our old tops and moving up. And it's possible that we make this top by September and October of 2029. I've pointed that out to you guys a few times. And then again, our lows again will come in around September 2030. So this is what I got for you today. These are just our past market cycles, and I'm a pattern recognition specialist. I measure the markets, as William Gann has pointed out in all his books and courses. And I wanted to share this with you because a lot of people are getting almost trapped into this. We're about to take off and be into a new bull market. And I want to show you our BTC chart. It takes a minute to repopulate, so it's probably going to do the same thing again. However, the campaign has been running so far about 82 days. Let's see if this is going to populate anytime soon here. And after 82 days or so, we have started to make our topping pattern here. So I want to point out as well that, again, we're into these bear market rallies and we're reaching up to the tops of our channels. Sorry, you probably couldn't see that underneath the square there. So we ran up in this campaign here and we topped out. We've had a tumultuous pullback, and these are very dangerous places to enter a long position. And I get a lot of people messaging me that the bull market is back in, and watch out, we're about to have some retests of the tops. And at this time, I'm just not really seeing that. I strongly disagree with that concept. We've moved up to our channel tops, and here we are. We've got little movement. We haven't had these big breaks and big moves up, and even if we were to have a big break up and a move up, we have these tops here, a series of these tops here, and of course the middle part of the underbelly of this channel here, and there's a lot of resistance here. So, and of course we have a Fibonacci level here. This is our 618. Another thing I'd like to point out is from this low, we're up a Fibonacci sequence of 32.8, and this is a resistance level, again on the Fibonacci. So just asking you guys to just be patient and watch out for this. We're right into our peak area where we're about to see this move down, somewhere down to around the 40 area. As I was stating to you in a few different tutorials back, when we made a low at 59,000 right here, the opposite side of 59,000 brings us right up to 76 and 77,000. And we've been skirting around and playing around up to nearly 80,000 here. Again, this also represents this, on this side of the scale, a 95. And this 95 represents this old topping pattern here. And of course, the opposite side of the scale there is 77. And we made it to 79 on a low. Right here. Our low was 79. I'm just going to move that down so we can see what I'm talking about here. So 79 on this side here, right here, 77, 78, 79, and there's our 95 for the topping part of that channel. So they're 180 degrees apart in longitude, and these yellow ones represent my XRP targets for my XRP clients that like to know what's going on. So again, here we are, we're at 59, and our next topping part of that ring is coming up again into 79 and 80, and it's really at 77, but we can make it up as high as this marker here before we hit another 45 degree angle right here, which is 81, and that's a lot of resistance. Like I've showed you also, we have a 32.8% move up in a Fibonacci sequence from here. So that's a double confirmation. All our trend lines are converging here. I've left this pattern on here, this X, A, B, C, and D pattern. And I just moved this today and stretched it out. It was back here in my previous tutorials. However, somewhere around this late May, we have another major conjunction. We have the sun here. It's going to be conjunct Uranus, as you can see. I've got it highlighted here. And today, right now, we are seeing Mars is square with Jupiter at a 90-degree angle. So we have a lot of markers showing us that we're getting ready to make top and another change in trend. So I wanted to just point that out to you today, that I'm getting ready for this rollover. We've been talking about price and time squaring up here at 77, 78, 79 days from our low, which we'll go take a look at right now. And we were talking about this. We made 80K on exactly the day of the 27th. And that was 80 days. So price and time is squared out. And right now, it looks like an imminent change is about to take place. So let's go take a look at our indicators, because they can give us a little bit of a heads up too as to if the market is about to change and roll over. Let's first go have a look at the MACD. We've had a topping pattern come in, and we had a crossover. It looks like we're coming together here, and it looks like we're about to have another small fake out. We're with what looks like to be a resumption of a move up. I'm really scared to see that will take place, as that'll catch more people in this bull trap, as has been seen, previously in the way that these indicators have moved up to our high topping areas. From here, we do expect a rollover. Let's go take a look now at the RSI here. RSI has made tops and has had some whipsaws here. We've come back just below our secondary trend line, gained a little bit of traction here, and it looks like we're getting close to topping out here in our pattern, as we've done in previous moves. So next we're going to take a look at the momentum. So we brought our trend line up, we came down, bounced just underneath it. Looks like we're about to do a little follow-up with another rollover. It's very possible and likely that this momentum indicator is pointing downward, and it looks like we may have some very big moves down, somewhere like this one here. Let's move on to the stochastic, which is the leading and lagging indicator. And again, we've just came up and had another death cross here, and we're again skirting around in our topping pattern area where the market has made tops many times over. And it sure seems like this pattern is about to play out for another move down. That's what I have for you today, guys. I just wanted to keep you guys aware that, this is a major bull trap area, and I just don't want to see you guys chasing after the market. As I was telling you guys several months back, not to chase the 100 level on our square. I told you to get out at 95, 96, and that's pretty much precisely where this market topped out and rolled over. So looking at that, we are again making the same rhyming, repeating pattern, and I'm just want to caution you on that. Anyways, guys, peace and love, brothers and sisters, and see you in the next one.